Island Pond, Vermont. We just got, I don't know, between 6 and 10 inches of snow, I'd say. And we're getting more, maybe 6 to 8 inches of snow. Heavy, wet snow. So we're gonna give it a whirl. I didn't think I'd be able to use them. I bought them on the off season, so. Alright, so we're gonna give these tracks a whirl on the fresh, wet, heavy snow. In low range right now, so one thing, these things definitely throw the snow around. One thing I noticed, this is low range and we're barely crawling. It says we're doing 23 miles an hour, but we are not. These tracks, they lower the gear ratio, so, well, not technically in the motor, but they lower the gear ratio of the tires. Okay, it's like you have, you know, a real small tire or something. You have a lot more low end, and these things are heavy, so yeah, you can see we real heavy snow. It's knocking some of these trees down here. As far as power goes, this is an 05 Arctic 650 V2. So it's got the basically a Kawasaki Prairie or Brute Force 650 engine in it. I really like these engines. You know, they're the V-twin sound, it sounds amazing. All right, so I'm running this thing in 4-wheel drive. We're gonna try it in 2, see if it even moves. I really don't know. Crazy. A couple weeks ago we had you know, hardly any snow. Or yeah, a couple weeks ago they shut the trails down, snowmobile trails down, you know, everything was bare. Well, all the fields were bare and stuff. And now it's what did I say, April 10th. This is 2020 in Island Pond, Vermont, and we just got a bunch of snow. Yeah, so this thing doesn't go good in 2-wheel drive, I'll tell you that much. Throw her in 4-wheel, and there we go. We're back to going. These tracks have been sitting a long time. I see they had some, I don't know how long, but the machine I bought with the tracks on them, they had a lot of, well, that machine had a blown motor, but man, just crawls up stuff like nothing. And if we'll try to just crawl up this, and like that, doesn't even spin. Of course, we got a lot of track on the ground, so a lot of traction right there. Definitely plenty of power to turn these things. I'll just stop here. Look at that ground clearance we got with that. These Arctic Cats sit high anyways. You know, I think they got close to 13 inches. And then with this track kit, it's just crazy. You could go over pretty much whatever you want. Alright, I'll hop back on here and keep going. Gotta jump up. Once we lose this snow, I'll put the stock tires back on, and I'll do a little review, you know, with the tires on for you guys, just in case you guys are interested in buying one of these. I might be selling this, I'm not sure. I got so many machines, so many projects. I just you know, I like buying and fixing them up. I hate selling them, but you gotta, I mean, they can't keep everything. Yeah, no, as far as this thing, you know, it actually, this does not have the power steering. This is an older machine. It's an 05. And really, I was wondering how it was going to go with the tracks with no power steering, and it's not bad actually. I mean, at a dead stop, you're probably not going to turn this thing, but you know, just even when we're going slow like this, it's not bad. I noticed two-wheel drive, so we're in two-wheel drive now. It actually feels heavier, the steering, with these tracks. I think it's because the front drive is not turning. So, well, I mean, it is turning, but it's not, you don't have the power to it, so that helps. So this is a low range. Let me try high range, see if this thing will go. I think it will. It's oh yeah. These V2s definitely have good power. And this one's an 05. I think, I'm not sure if they say I think the 04s had a higher gear ratio or something, but I'm telling you what, in low range in this thing with the stock tires on it, I go 40 miles an hour. That's crazy. You could drive on most of your trails and be happy in low range, but and high range, I mean, I really haven't topped it out yet. I mean, I've got her up to like 65 or so, and it's not really that it doesn't have, it's not topped out there. It could go faster. It would just need, you know, it kind of needs more power to stretch the legs there. So we'll just try, see how this thing crawls up the rocks and stuff. And so just spinning. One track is not, so we're gonna lock the front differential and see if that makes a difference. She didn't seem to lock in there. There we go. There we go. Now we got four tracks. Whoa, we got four tracks spinning. This thing's an animal now, but we can't keep that front differential locked in. It just steers too hard. It's like any of these, the Polaris and Can-Am, they have a different setup where it actually locks in. You know, say one tire spinning, then it'll kick in, so you can actually run that thing. They don't have a they don't have a locker that you can actually lock, but it locks on its own basically. So the Polaris, and I really like the Polaris and the Can-Am systems. The newer Can-Ams are a lot better than the older ones. The older ones, sometimes you had to get a couple of rotations out of your tire before it would actually lock the other tire. Never cared for that, but we'll focus on this machine right here. So yeah, this has got under 2,000 miles, got 1,960 miles on it, and it's actually in really good shape. I bought this machine. It had a little noise in the motor. The motor sounded really good. I knew it wasn't like in the bottom end or nothing. To me, it sounded like either valve clatter or timing chains. You know, they were a little loose or something. And I ended up taking the motor out of this thing, putting it on the bench, and just going through it. And I discovered that the timing chains were stretched out a little, well, quite a bit. So basically, there's a timing chain tensioner, and it can only go so far as your chain stretches. I mean, the chains naturally stretch over time, but this, it just, and I was really surprised for 1,900 miles that the chains would be stretched on it, but they were. So, and I've seen a lot of the Kawasaki Prairies and Brute Force do the same thing. That's why I kind of knew to check that. And it, you know, as far as the parts are cheap. I probably had a couple $100 in it, but it's just, you know, time consuming. You know, if you don't do the work yourself, send it out to you know, the dealership or something, it's gonna cost quite a bit. just throws frickin' snow everywhere. Heard some, oh yeah, that's what's rattling. I got all the lug nuts and stuff from the tires in here. I'm getting a little nervous. But no, this thing sounds good. Like I said, it's got that V-twin sound. But I mean, it is V-twin, but yeah, so this thing pretty much could go anywhere. I mean, we don't have a ton of snow to try it out on, still not certain if I want to sell this. I actually like the machine. You know, it's, you know, these Arctic Cats are big, heavy. Look at the racks on them, rugged. Front bumper, look at that thing. It doesn't come with this, you'd have to buy it, but it's an Arctic Cat front bumper, rugged. It's got a worn winch. They got the back bumper in here too. You know, you can tell these things are beefy. They expect you to work the machine, so, which is good, because I do. I work them. You know, I spend some time trail riding too, for sure. I love trail riding, but I also need something that's gonna work. You know, pulling trailers. And with these Cats, they got a 2-inch receiver hitch, which is nice because you can take it right off your pickup, put it on this. Great feature. I don't know why they all don't do that. You know, Polaris comes with a what is it, a 1 1/4 inch receiver, or 1 1/2, whatever it is. It's stupid. I mean, I get you don't need a big 2-inch to go, you know, for these machines, but then again, it's just the convenience of pulling it off your truck. Everybody's got a 2-inch. If you got a pickup, you got a 2-inch receiver, you know, for balls and or pintle hitch. Of course, you're not going to be pulling anything like a pintle. But anyways, so yeah, plenty of power. The 650 for these tracks. You know, it's definitely takes some power. These are, you know, I'd say probably 65, 70 pounds a piece per track. So you add a lot of rotating mass there. But they gear it down, and you know, you can go have a ton of fun. You know, when it's that season like right now, you get a lot of rocks. We got some snow, but I wouldn't want to bring the snow machine out because of all the rocks sticking out and stuff. So they do really fling the snow, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I might keep this, might keep the tracks. We'll find out next year, I guess. If I do have them next year, I'll put another video up when we actually get some real snow, and I'll show you what they can do. But right now, I'm pretty impressed with them. You know, with the tires, I wouldn't be going too far. They're just you know, there's really heavy, wet snow. These things just don't care. They just go. Very nice shape tracks. You know, they're not brand new. I bought them used, so the guy that had them before me used them. But anyways, that's about all I was going to show you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I got plenty of more on there. ATVs, 3-wheelers, snowmobiles. Pretty much anything you can have fun on, I'll throw a video up. Alright guys, have a good day. Subscribe to my channel if you want to, you know, check out some of my other videos. That'd be great. Thanks for watching.